Ladies and gentlemen, today we step into a revelation, a moment where the divine meets the personal. God is ready to unveil what your mother kept hidden about the day you were born, a day that carries secrets, blessings, and purpose meant only for you. Listen closely, for what you discover may change the way you see yourself and your destiny. Your birthday is not just a date on a calendar. It is not merely a moment when friends gather, when candles are lit, when gifts are given, or when a cake is cut. Your birthday is far more profound than any human celebration can ever capture. It is a divine marker, a spiritual imprint, a sacred moment that carries with it the fingerprints of heaven. God, in His infinite wisdom, has woven your birthday with threads of purpose, destiny, and intention. From the very moment of your birth, the universe began a symphony that only you can complete. And the day you arrived into this world is the first note of that melody. Each detail, from the hour you were born to the circumstances surrounding your arrival, holds clues to who you are meant to be and what you are meant to do. It is a day that your mother experienced with wonder, fear, joy, and love. And yet, often, she herself did not fully understand all the mysteries that day carried. She may have held on to certain truths, consciously or unconsciously, to protect you, to shield you, or because she, too, was guided by a higher plan that she could not yet see. But God knows and God reveals, and there are secrets embedded in that day that are meant to awaken within you a recognition of your divine calling. When we think of birthdays, we often think of personal milestones. We think of years passing, of memories accumulated, of growth measured in time and experiences. Yet the truth is, your birthday is much more than the sum of your years. It is a portal into understanding the unique gifts you carry, the lessons you are meant to learn, and the mission you are meant to fulfill. There are energies aligned with the moment of your birth that speak to your character, your strengths, your challenges, and your ultimate potential. There are aspects of your personality, your inclinations, and your spiritual DNA that were written into the fabric of time on that very day. Every sigh, every tear, every prayer whispered when you entered the world resonates in your life even today. These are not mere coincidences. These are divine signs pointing to the greater story that is yours alone to unfold. Consider for a moment the miracle of your own birth. You are a unique combination of your parents, yet even more than that, you are a unique creation of God. There has never been a day exactly like the one you were born, and there will never be another you. This is why your birthday carries secrets that only you can fully understand and unlock. The world may celebrate the day superficially with parties and greetings, but the heavens celebrate in ways that are immeasurable, ways that shape your destiny. Angels, guides, and unseen forces mark this day with a precision that reflects the divine blueprint for your life. Every circumstance surrounding your birth, the location, the people present, the events unfolding around you, was not random. It was orchestrated by God to plant seeds of insight, courage, and purpose within you. These seeds are what you are meant to discover, cultivate, and allow to grow into the fullness of your destiny. There are truths hidden within your birthday that can change the trajectory of your life if you are willing to seek them, if you are willing to listen. Some of these truths may have been kept from you, not out of malice, but out of love and protection. Your mother, in her human understanding, may have shielded you from certain realities because she wanted to keep you safe, because she feared that the weight of those truths might be too heavy too soon. And yet, now is the time for revelation. God is calling you to recognize that the day you were born is not just a memory, it is a revelation. Every moment of your life since that day has been influenced by the divine design encoded into that moment. There are patterns, alignments, and signs that, if understood, can illuminate your purpose in ways you may have never imagined. The divine secrets of your birthday are like keys. They unlock doors to understanding your gifts, your calling, and your place in the grand tapestry of life. Some may ask, how can a single day carry such weight? How can a birthday hold the blueprint of a person's purpose? The answer lies in the divine nature of creation itself. God does not create arbitrarily. Every life is intentional, and every life is equipped with specific gifts, lessons, and assignments. The moment you enter this world is the point at which your journey begins, and that point is imbued with significance. Your birthday is the alignment of heaven and earth, of time and eternity, of the seen and unseen. It is a moment that the universe marks as unique, a signature of God's plan for you. The specific day, the hour, even the conditions surrounding your birth carry symbolic and spiritual meaning. They are not meant to be trivialized or overlooked. They are meant to guide you, to remind you that you are here for a reason, and that reason is larger than you may have realized. Many people go through life unaware of the spiritual significance of their birthdays. They celebrate superficially, focusing on the social aspects, the gifts, the cake, the wishes. Yet there is a deeper dimension that is often ignored. The day you were born is a spiritual timestamp, a reference point from which God's plan for your life unfolds. It is a day that contains insights about your natural talents, your potential challenges, your spiritual gifts, and your destiny. There are things about that day that your mother may have intuitively known but never fully understood. She may have sensed the weight of your purpose, the promise of your life, the struggles and triumphs you were meant to face, but she may not have had the words or the understanding to fully articulate it. God, however, understands. God knows the full story, and God is ready to reveal these truths to you, to awaken the awareness that your life has always been guided by divine intent. Your birthday also carries lessons that are meant to be discovered gradually through reflection, prayer, and awareness. It is a day that invites you to ask questions about your life, your purpose, and your calling. Who are you meant to be? What gifts are you meant to share with the world? What obstacles are you meant to overcome? The answers to these questions are encoded in the divine timing of your birth. Every detail, no matter how small, holds meaning. Even the struggles your mother faced in bringing you into the world, the joy she felt, the fear she confronted, all of these experiences were part of the divine orchestration that shaped your beginning. And in understanding these truths, you gain access to a profound awareness that can transform your approach to life. You begin to see that your life is not random, that your challenges are not meaningless, that your gifts are not accidental. Everything begins to align with the purpose embedded in that sacred day. The divine secrets of your birthday also speak to the notion of destiny. They remind you that you were born for a reason, that there is a plan uniquely designed for you, your talents, your inclinations, your passions. All of these are part of a divine blueprint that began the moment you were born. The choices you make, the paths you follow, the people you meet are all influenced by the alignment of that day with God's purpose for your life. Understanding this gives you a sense of direction, a sense of certainty, and a sense of empowerment. You begin to recognize that your life is not a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated journey designed by a loving Creator. Every birthday, therefore, is not just a celebration of life. It is a reminder of purpose. It is an invitation to step into the calling that has been waiting for you since the day you were born. When you begin to embrace this truth, your perspective on life changes. You start to see your experiences, your challenges, and your blessings through a lens of divine purpose. The day you were born is no longer just a date. It becomes a source of insight, inspiration, and revelation. It carries lessons about resilience, about the importance of recognizing your gifts, and about the power of aligning with the divine plan. Every time you reflect on your birthday, you have the opportunity to reconnect with the spiritual significance of your life, to rediscover the hidden truths that your mother may have known but could not fully convey, and to step into a greater understanding of why you are here. Your birthday becomes a sacred touchstone, a reminder that your life has meaning, that your journey has direction, and that your existence has a divine signature. In essence, your birthday is the starting point of a journey that is uniquely yours. It is a moment where heaven intersects with earth, where the spiritual and the physical converge, and where the seeds of your destiny are planted. It is a day imbued with divine secrets, secrets that are meant to guide, inspire, and awaken you to your true potential. God has placed within that day the markers of purpose, the signs of calling, and the energies that shape your path. And when you begin to recognize the weight and significance of that day, you begin to understand the deeper layers of your life, the hidden truths about your gifts, your mission, and your spiritual alignment. Your birthday is not just a reflection of your past. It is a guide to your future, a map to your destiny, and a revelation of the divine design that has always been at work in your life. God's revelations are not mere messages sent to pass the time. They are divine nudges, whispers from heaven, and interventions designed to transform the very trajectory of your life. They are moments when the veil is lifted, when the hidden truths that govern your existence are made clear, when the clarity you have long sought is finally given to you. Life, as we experience it, often seems like a series of random events, a collection of choices and consequences, a puzzle of experiences that may or may not make sense. Yet God's revelations are the moments when the puzzle begins to reveal itself, when the chaos of life suddenly aligns into meaning, and when your path becomes illuminated by a light that only the divine can provide. These revelations are not bound by time, circumstance, or expectation. They come to you when you are ready to receive them, when your heart is open, and when your spirit is attuned to recognize the signs and messages that are uniquely yours. Every revelation from God carries the power to change direction, to correct mistakes, to awaken hidden potentials, and to guide you toward the destiny that has always been intended for you. Often we walk through life assuming that our paths are fixed, that the roads we travel are determined solely by our decisions or by circumstance. We believe that success, failure, joy, or suffering are purely products of chance or personal effort. Yet God's revelations remind us that there is a higher intelligence at work, a guiding hand that shapes and directs the journey in ways we cannot always see. When a revelation comes, it is as though a new lens is placed before our eyes, a lens that allows us to see the interconnections, the patterns, and the opportunities that were invisible before. What may have seemed like a dead end becomes a redirection. What may have felt like a setback becomes a lesson. What may have appeared as confusion becomes clarity. These revelations reshape not just what we do, but how we understand who we are, why we exist, and what our purpose entails. They are transformative because they move us from ignorance to awareness, from fear to faith, and from uncertainty to understanding. Revelations from God are not always dramatic or sudden. Sometimes they are subtle, quiet, and persistent. They may appear in the form of a thought that keeps recurring, a dream that feels significant, a scripture or passage that resonates with unexpected intensity, a conversation that opens your eyes, or even a feeling that guides your intuition. These are not coincidences. They are divine communications, designed to help you pivot in ways that are aligned with your destiny. Often, the reason we fail to recognize these revelations is because we are too distracted by the noise of life, too consumed by our worries, doubts, or preconceptions. God's revelations require attentiveness, stillness, and willingness. They require us to look beyond what is immediately visible and to listen deeply to the voice of the Spirit. When we do, we begin to notice patterns in our experiences, connections between events, and subtle signs that redirect us toward our true path. One of the most profound aspects of divine revelation is its ability to reshape not only our external circumstances, but also our internal landscapes. When God reveals something to us, it has the power to transform our thoughts, our beliefs, and our understanding of ourselves. We begin to see limitations where we once saw freedom, opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and our own strength where we once saw weakness. The revelation becomes a mirror that reflects our potential back to us, showing us what is possible when we align with divine guidance. It is a reshaping of identity, a reorientation of purpose, and a recalibration of intention. God's revelations are not passive, they are active forces that demand a response, that call us to action, and that invite us to step fully into the person we were always meant to become. Revelations can arrive at moments of crisis, when we feel lost, broken, or uncertain. They can also arrive in moments of triumph, when we are ready to move to the next level of our growth. There is no fixed schedule for divine intervention. It occurs according to God's timing and in response to our readiness. Sometimes these revelations reveal paths we never imagined, doors we never considered opening, or choices we had never thought possible. They provide insight that allows us to act with discernment, courage, and clarity. They redirect our energy from paths that may lead to stagnation, pain, or distraction, and toward those that cultivate purpose, fulfillment, and impact. In essence, God's revelations serve as a compass, guiding us through the complexities of life toward the alignment with our highest calling. They remind us that life is not random and that our journey is not solely self-directed. There is a divine architecture at work, a blueprint that our revelations help us to navigate and understand. The reshaping power of revelation is evident in the way it challenges old habits, outdated beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve us. When God reveals truth, it often requires a letting go, a release of fear, pride, attachment, or doubt. This process may be uncomfortable because it calls us to confront our limitations and to embrace new ways of thinking, being, and acting. Yet it is in this reshaping, this recalibration, that transformation occurs. The revelation may show us that we have been moving in the wrong direction, that we have been relying on our own understanding instead of divine wisdom, or that we have been ignoring the subtle guidance that has been present all along. When we respond with humility, faith, and courage, these revelations restructure the way we approach life, relationships, and challenges. They shift our trajectory from the ordinary to the extraordinary, from the reactive to the proactive, and from the confined to the expansive. Revelation is not only about understanding our current path, but also about anticipating the future. God's guidance illuminates possibilities that are beyond our immediate perception. It opens doors that we could not see before and prepares us to navigate circumstances that we might otherwise approach with uncertainty or fear. When we align with divine revelation, we are able to make decisions that are informed not just by circumstance, emotion, or societal expectation, but by a higher awareness. We begin to recognize the significance of timing, the value of patience, and the importance of discerning the subtle signs that accompany our journey. Every revelation is a key that unlocks understanding, allowing us to step confidently into opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and embrace our full potential. It is a process of awakening, an unveiling of what has always been true, and a calling to action that reshapes our life path in profound and lasting ways. God's revelations are also deeply personal and tailored to each individual. What is revealed to one person may not be relevant to another, because each of us has a unique path, a distinct purpose, and specific lessons to learn. This personal nature of revelation ensures that the guidance we receive is relevant, precise, and meaningful. It is not generic advice or platitudes. It is a direct communication from the divine, intended to lead us toward fulfillment, clarity, and alignment. Recognizing this personal nature requires attentiveness, reflection, and openness. It asks us to quiet the external noise and to listen to the inner promptings that guide our steps. As we attune ourselves to these revelations, we begin to notice synchronicities, signs, and confirmations that reinforce the truth of the message and the direction it points us toward. Another dimension of God's revelation is its ability to heal and restore. When our life path has been marred by mistakes, setbacks, or pain, revelation can bring insight that allows us to make sense of our experiences. It offers perspective, guidance, and hope. It reshapes our understanding of challenges as lessons, failures as stepping stones, and obstacles as opportunities for growth. Through revelation, God provides clarity on the patterns that have held us back and illuminates the choices that will propel us forward. This process of revelation is both corrective and instructive. It does not merely show us what to do, it also reshapes how we think, how we perceive ourselves, and how we engage with the world. It instills confidence, courage, and clarity, enabling us to navigate life with a sense of purpose and direction that would otherwise be unattainable. Revelation also challenges us to trust in the unseen. Often what God reveals requires us to act before we fully understand, to step into uncertainty, and to embrace faith over fear. This trust is central to the reshaping of our life path because it allows us to move in alignment with divine wisdom rather than being confined by doubt, hesitation, or skepticism. Each revelation carries an invitation to embrace courage, to move forward with conviction, and to trust that the guidance received is rooted in a higher understanding. It is a call to release control, to surrender to divine timing, and to allow the unfolding of life according to God's perfect plan. As we respond to revelation with faith and obedience, our paths are reshaped in ways that bring fulfillment, alignment, and spiritual growth. In the grand design of life, revelations serve as moments of recalibration. They align our actions, choices, and mindset with the divine will. They illuminate the path forward when confusion clouds our judgment, and they empower us to take bold steps that honor our purpose. Through revelation, we gain access to wisdom that transcends human understanding, insight that clarifies our mission, and inspiration that energizes our journey. The power of these revelations is transformative because they do not merely inform us, they compel us to evolve. They encourage us to see beyond our limitations, to act beyond our comfort zones, and to embrace the destiny that has been waiting for us from the very beginning. Every revelation, therefore, is a moment of divine intervention, a turning point, and an opportunity to reshape our life path according to God's perfect plan. The past is never truly gone, Every experience, every memory, every decision, and every moment carries a weight far beyond what we often perceive. Hidden within the layers of your past are truths that quietly shape the life you live today. These truths are not always obvious. They may be concealed in the recesses of memory, in the lessons learned and unlearned, in the wounds and joys that have accumulated over time. Yet God, in His infinite wisdom, understands the intricate connection between what has been and what is, and He allows the past to guide the present when we are ready to perceive its significance. The things you may have forgotten, overlooked, or even dismissed as insignificant hold the power to illuminate your current path, to reveal patterns, and to awaken insight that can change the trajectory of your life. Hidden truths from your past are like seeds planted long ago, waiting for the right moment to sprout, to bloom, and to bring forth understanding, growth, and purpose. Often the past feels like a collection of mistakes, regrets, or missed opportunities, but hidden within it are divine lessons designed to shape your character and your destiny. These lessons are not punishments, they are guides. They are reminders that every experience, no matter how painful or joyous, contributes to the shaping of your identity. Your triumphs show you your potential, while your struggles teach you resilience. Your relationships reveal the depth of your heart and the capacity for connection. Your losses, your heartbreaks, and your disappointments are not simply setbacks. They are revelations in disguise, guiding you to recognize patterns, avoid repeated mistakes, and embrace the wisdom that is earned through experience. God uses the hidden truths of your past to refine your understanding of who you are, what you are capable of, and what is meant for you to accomplish in the present moment. The influence of the past is subtle yet profound. It manifests in your thoughts, your choices, your fears, and your strengths. Some of it is conscious, you are aware of it. Some of it is unconscious. It operates beneath the surface, guiding your decisions in ways you may not even recognize. Patterns from your past, good and bad, shape your perception of yourself and the world around you. For instance, if you have experienced betrayal, you may be more cautious in trusting others. If you have known generosity and love, you may be more inclined to give freely and expect goodness. If you have faced hardship, you may have developed resilience and determination. These hidden truths, when recognized and embraced, become powerful tools. They are not meant to imprison you or to define you by past limitations. They are meant to empower you, to provide clarity, and to guide you toward conscious choices that align with your true purpose. Many people live their lives unaware of how much the past continues to influence them. They repeat cycles of thought and behavior without understanding why. They may struggle with fear, self-doubt, or confusion, not realizing that these feelings are echoes of unresolved experiences, unhealed wounds, or unrecognized gifts. The hidden truths of the past are like messages in a bottle waiting to be discovered. They invite reflection, contemplation, and sometimes difficult acknowledgement. They challenge us to face the realities of what has occurred, to extract the wisdom embedded in every event, and to recognize that the past is not a limitation but a guide. It is a compass pointing toward understanding, healing, and alignment with the life we are meant to live. Recognizing these truths is a form of empowerment, for when we understand the past, we are able to navigate the present with insight and intention. The past is also a mirror reflecting the choices we have made and the circumstances we have encountered. By examining the hidden truths within our past, we gain insight into our patterns, our tendencies, and our innate gifts. We begin to see how certain experiences prepared us for the challenges we face today, how our failures taught us resilience, how our successes taught us gratitude and humility. Each chapter of the past, whether joyous or painful, has contributed to the shaping of the present moment. The influence of the past is not merely historical, it is alive, active, and powerful. It informs our instincts, our perceptions, and our responses. It equips us with the knowledge to make wiser choices, to avoid repeating mistakes, and to embrace opportunities with discernment and confidence. When we recognize this influence, we gain not only understanding, but also a deeper connection to the divine orchestration of our lives. God's presence in the past is not distant or passive. He is present in every moment, guiding, shaping, and revealing hidden truths when the time is right. There are events, relationships, and circumstances from your past that may have seemed random or even unfair, yet each has a purpose. Some of these truths are revealed gradually as you mature, grow spiritually, and develop the capacity to understand them. Others are revealed suddenly, in moments of clarity, reflection, or revelation. These truths often provide insight into why you have faced certain challenges, why certain opportunities appeared, and why certain people entered or left your life. They allow you to understand that nothing occurs by accident and that even the most difficult moments carry a hidden blessing or a lesson designed to guide your present and future. The hidden truths of the past also shape your perspective on relationships, choices, and life priorities. They remind you of your strengths and weaknesses, your values and boundaries, and your deepest desires and fears. They influence how you respond to challenges, how you interact with others, and how you approach opportunities. By recognizing these truths, you gain the ability to act with intention rather than reaction. You are no longer a passive participant in life, swept along by circumstance or habit. Instead, you become an active co-creator, guided by the wisdom embedded in your own history. Each past experience, each hidden truth becomes a teacher, illuminating the present and guiding you toward alignment with your purpose. It is through this recognition that transformation occurs, for understanding the past allows you to make conscious decisions, break unproductive patterns, and embrace the fullness of your potential. Often, the past carries not only challenges, but also gifts that have been overlooked or forgotten. These gifts may be talents, passions, or innate abilities that were cultivated through early experiences, but have yet to be fully realized. They may be strengths that developed in response to adversity, skills that were nurtured by circumstance, or qualities that were revealed in relationships, trials, or triumphs. When you recognize these hidden gifts, you begin to see that the past was not merely a series of events, but a preparation ground for the present and the future. God's wisdom is evident in how each moment contributes to the shaping of character, skill, and insight. The influence of the past is therefore not only corrective, but also constructive. It builds resilience, enhances understanding, and equips you to navigate life with confidence and grace. The influence of hidden truths from the past also extends to your spiritual awareness. Many experiences in life, particularly those that are challenging, are designed to awaken spiritual insight and growth. Pain, loss, and difficulty often serve as catalysts for reflection, prayer, and the development of faith. Joy, love, and success also reveal the workings of divine favor and guidance. When you reflect on the past with an open heart, you begin to notice patterns of divine intervention, guidance, and protection. You see how seemingly small decisions had profound effects, how moments of courage or patience shaped outcomes, and how every experience contributed to your spiritual development. These hidden truths from your past are not simply lessons, they are signs of God's presence. Reminders that you have never been alone, and evidence that your life has been guided by a higher purpose. The past also teaches resilience and patience. Hidden truths often reveal the times when you were stronger than you realized, wiser than you believed, and more capable than you understood. They remind you that challenges were not meant to defeat you, but to prepare you, that setbacks were not ends, but redirections, and that every obstacle was an opportunity for growth. By acknowledging these truths, you gain confidence in your ability to navigate the present, knowing that you have already overcome, survived, and learned from experiences that seemed insurmountable at the time. The past becomes a source of strength rather than a burden, a reservoir of wisdom rather than a collection of regrets, and a guide that shapes your choices, reactions, and mindset today. Hidden truths from your past also influence the way you approach purpose and destiny. They reveal the patterns, lessons, and gifts that are essential to fulfilling your calling. Every experience, every encounter, every challenge contributes to your readiness for the future. God uses the past to equip you, to prepare you, and to guide you toward alignment with your true path. When you embrace these truths, you are able to see life not as a series of disconnected events, but as a continuous thread, a tapestry woven with intention, care, and divine wisdom. Your past becomes a roadmap, offering insight into your present, clarity for your decisions, and direction for your future. It is through this understanding that you are empowered to step fully into the life you are meant to live with awareness, courage, and faith. Understanding your beginning is not merely about remembering the day you were born or recalling the events that surrounded your early life. It is about grasping the spiritual, emotional, and divine significance of the moment when your existence first intersected with this world. Every beginning carries within it a blueprint, a set of instructions, and a divine signature that has the power to shape everything that follows. When you truly comprehend the essence of your beginning, you gain access to a source of wisdom, clarity, and direction that empowers your choices, strengthens your resolve, and ignites the possibilities that lie ahead. Your beginning is not just a point in time, it is a revelation of potential, a declaration of purpose, and an invitation to step fully into the life that God intended for you. The moment you understand your beginning, you begin to see your life as a story written by divine hands, a journey guided by intention, and a path illuminated by the wisdom of the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Every person's beginning is unique, and within that uniqueness lies the key to their future. No two beginnings are the same, because no two people carry the same combination of gifts, challenges, or purpose. When you take the time to reflect on your own beginning, you discover the patterns, circumstances, and divine orchestration that have influenced your life from the very start. You begin to understand why certain strengths came naturally to you, why certain lessons were necessary, and why specific experiences unfolded in the ways they did. Your beginning holds the answer to questions you may have long carried, the insight to unlock your potential, and the perspective needed to make sense of the journey you have traveled so far. By comprehending the significance of your beginning, you are empowered to recognize the alignment between your past, present, and future, and to step confidently into the life that has always been intended for you. Your beginning is not merely about physical birth, it is about spiritual awakening and divine design. From the moment you came into existence, God had already mapped a course for your life, embedding within your being the potential, talents, and inclinations necessary to fulfill your purpose. Every aspect of your early experiences, your family, your environment, your struggles, and your triumphs was part of a divine plan to prepare you for the challenges and opportunities that would arise later. Understanding this beginning gives you the ability to recognize patterns, to see the hand of God in your life, and to respond with intention rather than reaction. It allows you to step beyond the limitations imposed by circumstances and to embrace the potential embedded in your very creation. When you truly grasp the power of your beginning, you realize that your life has always been guided, protected, and equipped for the destiny that lies ahead. Many people underestimate the influence of their beginnings, thinking that what happened in the past is irrelevant to the present or the future. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. The conditions, experiences, and divine design of your early life set the stage for every decision, every habit, and every relationship that follows. Hidden within your beginning are insights into your character, your gifts, your challenges, and your destiny. These insights provide clarity, wisdom, and perspective that empower you to make choices aligned with your highest potential. Understanding your beginning allows you to identify the patterns that have shaped your life, to recognize the lessons that have prepared you, and to embrace the calling that has been awaiting your awareness. It is a revelation that transforms your understanding of who you are, why you are here, and what you are capable of achieving. The beginning of your life also carries with it a sense of divine timing. Every detail, from the circumstances of your birth to the people who influenced your earliest years, is part of a carefully orchestrated plan designed by God. Understanding this timing provides insight into the rhythm and flow of your life, allowing you to recognize that each stage, each season, and each challenge has purpose. It reveals that setbacks were not failures but preparation, that waiting periods were not idle but formative, and that every moment has contributed to the development of your character, wisdom, and resilience. By aligning with the divine timing of your beginning, you gain the ability to move forward with confidence, knowing that your future is not left to chance, but is guided by the same wisdom that marked your birth. Your beginning is also a source of identity. When you understand where you came from, the circumstances of your arrival, and the divine intention behind your life, you are able to step into your true self with clarity and conviction. Many people live disconnected from their beginnings, carrying identities shaped by circumstance, influence, or expectation rather than divine purpose. This disconnect often leads to confusion, self-doubt, and a sense of incompleteness. Understanding your beginning restores a sense of wholeness, grounding you in the truth of who you are and what you were created to accomplish. It empowers you to embrace your strengths, confront your weaknesses, and navigate life with authenticity, purpose, and direction. It allows you to live intentionally, making decisions rooted in understanding rather than impulse, and to approach your future with confidence and faith. Hidden within your beginning are also lessons that prepare you for challenges and opportunities. Every experience, whether joyful or painful, has a purpose. The people you encountered, the circumstances you faced, and the choices you made all contributed to the shaping of your character, resilience, and wisdom. Understanding these lessons enables you to recognize recurring patterns, avoid repeating mistakes, and leverage your strengths in pursuit of your goals. It empowers you to navigate life with awareness, discernment, and intentionality. By examining your beginning, you gain insight into the forces that have shaped your present circumstances and the tools that will guide you toward your future. It is a process of awakening, a deepening of self-awareness, and a recognition that your life is not random, but divinely orchestrated for impact, growth, and fulfillment. The empowerment that comes from understanding your beginning is profound. It transforms the way you view challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. It instills a sense of purpose, direction, and responsibility. When you recognize the divine significance of your early life, you begin to see that your choices, actions, and intentions matter more than ever. You become aware that your present is built upon the foundation of your past and that your future is shaped by the awareness and decisions you make today. This awareness inspires courage, resilience, and faith. It motivates you to pursue your goals with clarity, to embrace your calling with confidence, and to navigate the uncertainties of life with the assurance that you are equipped, guided, and empowered by the wisdom inherent in your beginning. Understanding your beginning also strengthens your ability to forgive, release, and heal. Many people carry burdens, regrets, or unresolved emotions from early experiences, relationships, or circumstances. These unresolved elements can cloud perception, hinder growth, and limit potential. By gaining insight into your beginning, you are able to contextualize experiences, recognize the lessons and growth they offered, and release what no longer serves your purpose. This act of understanding and release is empowering, for it frees your spirit to move forward unencumbered, allowing the divine potential within you to emerge fully. It transforms past pain into wisdom, confusion into clarity, and limitation into opportunity. The more you comprehend the significance of your beginning, the more you are able to harness its lessons to shape a future aligned with your highest potential. Your beginning is also deeply connected to your sense of calling and destiny. The seeds of your purpose, passion, and potential were planted from the very moment you entered this world. Every experience since then has nurtured those seeds, preparing you to step into the fullness of your life's mission. By understanding your beginning, you gain clarity on the direction of your journey, the gifts you are meant to cultivate, and the impact you are meant to make. It is a revelation that empowers you to pursue your goals with intention, to embrace your strengths with confidence, and to approach life with a sense of divine alignment. It is through this understanding that you are able to navigate the complexities of life, overcome obstacles, and seize opportunities with wisdom, courage, and faith. When you embrace the wisdom of your beginning, you also gain perspective on the interconnectedness of life. You begin to see that every person, experience, and event has contributed to the shaping of your present and the preparation for your future. The relationships you have formed, the challenges you have faced, and the victories you have achieved are all part of a greater tapestry of purpose. Understanding your beginning allows you to recognize the patterns, synchronicities, and divine orchestration that have guided your journey. It empowers you to make conscious choices, to act with clarity, and to approach your future with confidence and faith. Your beginning becomes a foundation, a guide, and a source of empowerment that illuminates the path ahead, revealing that your life is not random but intentional, divinely designed, and filled with potential that is waiting to be realized. The more you understand your beginning, the more you are able to step into your life fully, embracing your purpose, your gifts, and your destiny.